Okay, good evening to you all. Today is our day 55 of this 3-month data analytics bootcamp. Like I said, this bootcamp lasts for about 3 months, and today is our day 55. Like always, we start by showing our outlines, things we are to cover for the day. So we will discuss about what we did yesterday. That's a recap on day 54, and we will discuss about waterfall, funnel, stalk, surface, tree, and sunburst. Don't worry, all these are not Chinese names. It's just name of charts or graphs that we are going to take looks at them today. And take note, as from today, if we did this, believe me, we are done with visualization. What left was is for us to start working with the dashboard and pivot tables. That's what we are going to cover in the next week. So if you can recall, yesterday we discussed about scatter plots and we talk about map chart. That's what we did yesterday. And I believe each and every one of you go there, try as much as you can to work with the map and to work with the scatter plot. You need to understand the two. Like I told you, this scatter plot is more kind of tricky and is more important and very important. So if you further your skills, you find yourself working with all the machine learning models and others, you will be working with, scatter plot. And all what I discussed about it yesterday, I've told you the dependent and independent variable, where dependent variable is dependent on the independent variable. So the change of the independent variable affects the dependent variable. So you need to understand that, and you'll see the trend and the slope line and whatever. You should understand that. So today we are going to discuss about these charts that I just mentioned, 6 of them. We are going to talk about them: the waterfall, funnel, stalk, surface, tree map, and sunburst. All these are charts that we're going to have a look at them to see, to understand what they represent or how to use them. So that will help you, because like you need to understand, sometimes when you are doing the analysis, sometimes you will end up in need, let's say 4 charts or 5 or 3. It's just kind of depend on what type of analysis you are doing. That one will help you to say, okay, yeah, I need to put this, I need to put that. Sometimes for show up, that is for the purpose of show up. Maybe you want to create a very good looking chart. You can use other charts, even though some people are not aware of what the charts is represented. But if the charts will make your dashboard kind of awesome, and you can explain what the chart means in the dashboard, you can put the chart. Please understand this. You must explain what the chart represent. Don't go and put any chart. Somebody asks you, what did that chart shows? You start telling him, no, it's just look, I just saw it looks fine. That way I just chose it and I put it there. Please don't do that. I'm not, I'm kind of telling you that you need to understand anything you are going to put. Make sure that chart qualified the reason behind using it. So don't just go ahead and keep using charts like a blank check, just anyhow. When you were asked, why do you use a particular chart, you don't know. So please understand this. So all these charts are like, I can just call them supplementary charts. They are all supplementary charts. We already finished the main charts that I want you to understand. We already finished them. So now these are the supplementary, and we'll just have a look at them and see what these particular charts represent in data visualization. So let's go to our Excel and see it. So the number one chart that I just put up there is waterfall. This waterfall chart, let me explain it to you, is a kind of charts that you use it when you have data representing inflows and outflows. When you have a letter data representing inflows and outflows, that is a data representing the kind of movement of something, the rising and falling of a particular thing. For example, in a financial data, when you have financial data, it's always showing the rise and falling of something. Maybe it will show that there is this, there is that, there is this, there is that. So when you have such particular data, that's when you use the waterfall in order for you to show what it means. So in order for you to do that, I think I'm just going to highlight something now. Maybe let me just say because this data is not what we need, but I'm just going to, if I highlight this, okay, to use it, just you come here, this is where it is, click here. You see it, you see water flow like this. This is how it's going to look like. But I'm just going to use only one of them. Let me just highlight one of them like this. I just highlight period and profit. So just click it and put it like this. So this is how the waterfall always represent. This is how the waterfall will looks like. This is how it is. This is how it is. But sometimes that's not how you will see it. Let me just think if there is any data. If there is any data that I can use, so that we use the data to show the water fall, because that's not how it is supposed to show. So let me create a data that maybe we can use so that you will see how the charts will looks like. Let me just show you something. Let's see. Okay, let's see. Let's see, we have this January. Let's see, now we have minus 173. Let's see, now here we have okay, let's see, we have 160. Let's see, here we have 177. Let's see, we have minus 154. We have minus 120. For example, let me just show you this, because okay, yeah. So you see, this is how the data looks like when you create a waterfall. This is how it looks like. So it will just show the rising and falling. So I've told you can use it only when you have a data that has to do with inflows and outflows. Maybe there is minus here, there is up here. For example, if you just create a data to find maybe the profit or to find the percentage, you get the minus here, here is plus, here is minus, here is negative, here is positive. That's the data that you used. If that data shows
the network is breaking.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
It's okay now, right? Is it okay now?
Gone off again.
Sorry, I don't know what's wrong. So is it okay now? Can you hear me?
It's cracking up, just going on and coming up back.
So what's wrong? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Hello? Hello, can you hear me? Okay, yeah, so you can hear me. Maybe it's Energy's network. Okay, thank you so much. So like I told you, it shows the inflows. Yeah, I can see. Yeah, it's his network. Okay, so thank you so much. So let's continue. So whenever you have a data that shows the inflows and outflows, so this is the type of data I just create. So this is how it looks like. You see, it shows the inflow and outflow. That's how the rainfall always looks like. So we can create more, and not because we have some things I could have shown you how it will show. Sometimes it shows this one is top, and it will show some of them like rainfall, that waterfall, the way rainfalls used to, come down. That how the data will looks like. It's not because, maybe let me add another one. Let's add this 200. Yeah, so now maybe if I do it like this, for example, let's just add this. You see, so you see now what it did. You see how it looks like. You see, we have the up, and we have this down, down. So when we have up, the inflows and outflows, that's how the data will look like. It will be kind of so awesome and something like that. So that's the waterfall. So that when you use the waterfall. And sometimes I saw a lot of people using this waterfall, especially in financial analysis. You can go ahead and use it, or in any analysis that you have the inflows and outflows of the data, you can use this waterfall. That's number one chart that we will talk about. So I will say it again. This chart, you use it when you have a data representing inflows and outflows. You have a data that represents the inflows and outflows. So you use it, like I said, most especially in your financial data or financial analysis. So the next chart we are going to talk about is funnel. This funnel chart, we use it when data values shows the data values shows decreasing proportion. The data value shows decreasing proportion. For example, it shows from up till down, so it's going down. That's when we use that funnel. So let me just kind of project it for you to and show you something. Let me do it now. So if I highlight this, to put it, you just come under this waterfall. Also, you will see the funnel here. This is how the funnel looks like. You see, it's because the data is not representing what we want. It's not showing exactly how it's supposed to be. That is, it's not showing the decreasing in proportion. But let me show you something. Let's use it here. Let's say I will just make it this, make use of this. Let's say largest to smallest. I'll just do it like this. So let me show this data, for example. Let me show it. So now let me put the funnel. You see, this is how the funnel looks like. The top one is bigger than the next one. This one is bigger than this one. That's how funnel looks like. That what funnel always shows. So I will just let me just decrease it in some things. Let me just say 150, 120, 100, 90, 50, 30, 10. For example, let's do it like this. So let me show you this how the funnel will looks like, because it's showing the, you see, this is how the funnel looks like. You see, we have this, this is coming down to 10. So that's what, when you use the funnel, when the values of the data shows the progressively decreasing of the values, it's showing that the values are decreasing, are going down. So that when you use the funnel chart in order for you to visualize that particular data. Please, you should understand this and you should take note on this. So by mere looking at it, it just shows that the bigger one is the higher, then followed by this, followed by that, followed by this. That's when you use the funnel chart. The next one is we are going to use the stock. We talk about this stock. We use this stock when you have three series of prices, values. When you have three series of prices, values, one is high, low, and closed. You have high, low, and closed. That's when you use this stock chart. Even though, like I told you, all these most of this chart that I'm just saying today has to do with financial data. So this data that we have, it just kind of looks not the way it's supposed to be, but yeah, we can use it and show how you put it. So just come back to this waterfall. You see, this is how this stocks looks like. So you see that it's not going to do this because it's not three data. So we have to have three of it. So let's just have three numerical data like this. So I will highlight these three. Go ahead and click on this. Now it will show this for us. You see, we have this rising, we have this. You see, this is what is going to show for us. And each and every one of this is representing one of the data, the high, the low, and the close. So let's say, let me just do something in search. We have different of it. We have this one, which, okay, we can't use this one because it must have the closing price, the low price, the high price, and the opening price. So we need four data in order for us to show that. But this one, we can show it with only three data that we have. So you see, you can just go ahead and change it the way you want it to look like. If you have good financial data, all these charts that you can see, all of them, okay, here it is. Sorry, all this one under it will work. You see them, all this one will work. If you have a real financial data, you can use it, because now we don't have opening price, high price, the low price, the closing price. You know, the closing price is the price that the market closed with. The opening price is the price that the market opened with. So we have the open price, that the price. For example, in capital market, when they open the market today at 7 a.m., there's going to be a price per bond. So that price is the opening price. So there's going to be the high price, that is the highest that particular bond get to. That is the highest it goes to in within a particular date. Let's say it's 80. That's the highest price it goes to. The lowest it trend. For example, the lowest price that particular kind of stock been traded in that particular day, maybe the lowest price it can be 40. So we have the opening price can be 59, the highest can be 70, the lowest can be 40, then the closing price can be 60. So it's different values. So by mere looking at that, it's going to show you different trend in it and that. So I think you understand a little bit about this. So you understand the opening price, the high price, the low price, and the closing price. This is what it is, and this is how the stock and capital markets are. So I think that's for this. So you should go ahead and work with it or try as much as you can to kind of use it, and it will help you a lot. Okay, so the next thing is we are going to talk about the surface. So this surface is kind of another chart that we can use when categories and series of our data are numeric. So that means when we have numeric values, the for example, the categories are numeric and also the series of data are numeric. So that when we use this surface in order for it to show what we want. For example, maybe we have number of days, that is 22, 23, 24. That is the number of days. Then maybe we have the data. So then we use it to show that particular thing. Or maybe when this salesman, maybe it's ID, maybe we are using the ID here instead of the names, and we have the expenses of each, then we can use it to show the that is the surface map. So let me just use this data and show it so that you see how it looks like. So come back to this waterfall also, you will see this surface. You see, this is how this surface will show what the surface will show. So it just showed that the categories are kind of numeric, and also the series of the data is also numerics, and this is what is showing to us. That's what the chart looks like. And I saw some people use it to show it. I don't know. So go ahead, learn about it. Why are they using it or something like that? You understand about that. But you can use it most of the time because the chart shows a trend in value. I don't know how you can translate this because it shows a trend in values across a particular dimension. That what it shows. So, but I don't know how to try how you can translate this. So some of you, but look at the, you can just look at the you see, look at this, 0 to 50 is blue. So you see the 0 to 50 is two kind of less, you see it here, and 50 to 100 is this color. Then the 150, that is 150, 100 to 150 is what is this gray color. So it goes all around 150. Then the last one is this yellow, which is 150 to 200. So that what it goes, you see, that what it is. So this is what the chart will shows. So sometimes if you want, you put it, but make sure you know how to translate it. You know how to translate it. I've already told you, learn how to translate any chart you put into your dashboard. Don't go ahead and use chat just because it amuses you. Okay. So the next thing we are going to talk about is tree map. This tree map is when you have a data that is organized hierarchically and has a fewer categories. So you have a data, like I just said, this is the data that you have is in hierarchy. Your data is in hierarchy and it has fewer categories because the categories of the data is not much. Let me show you what this data shows. Like this is it. Just click on it and show it. You see it here. So, okay, just click here, just click it. This is what this tree map shows. So I know you will be seeing this tree map in most of the dashboard and others. You see, this tree map is showing July has higher sale. That means if you look at July is 200, none has 200 out of them. Then followed by January. January has 155. Followed by June. June has 121. You see, December has 112, and now November has the least, which is 55. So it just shows the hierarchy of your data. That is your categorical data. But when you have less categorical data, so I think you can use it for the entire January. Okay, let me not, okay, we have some, okay, let me copy this and paste it here so that we will not have negatives. So I'll just copy it. Let me just do it again and put it. Just click here. You will see tree map. Just click on it. You see this is how the tree map will look like. So I can get rid of this because I don't need it. This is how it looks like. So sometimes many people use to show it. It will just, you just put it here and this is how it's going to show. It just show how the distribution of this looks like. So January, February, March, and whatever. Which one is the least? You see is April. April has the least. If you look at it, April has you see we have 10 in April. So we have 2 Apples. So the one is 10 and the one is 159. That's why we have one here and we have one here. So you see, we have two Aprilis in our data. So this is what you can do with this tree map. A lot of people are using it, and also I recommend sometimes you can use it in your analysis to show some things. You can go ahead and use it if you want. So for this, I think you can also go ahead and use it like this. You see, if you use it like this, it's just going to give the values, but there is no names. So it's just going to give the values. To make sure you use it when you have categorical data like this. So this is how it's going to show the portion for you. So please take note on that. The last one we are going to talk about is sum burst. And this sum burst is when data is organized hierarchically and has many categories. So now is when you use this sum burst, when you have too many categorical data, that means there is too many of it. Let's say we can highlight everything, not only 12, that is January to February. Maybe we have many of them. Come back to your chart, click where this is, that you just click on it, you will see the sum burst like this. You see, this is how the sum burst look like. So it will come like you know, the what do we call it? It comes like you know, pie chart, but it just come with all the names and everything with the people. So that why sometimes if you want maybe to create, I think you can use this to create the names of your class members so that it will look like Ahmed, this and that. You can go ahead and do it. Let me see if we have any data with the names. Let's see, so that you can just go ahead and create it. So you can put it and create this some burst, and it, so I don't have it. So, but let's see if we can do it for this. So, but you must have the categorical and numerical value, because that one will differentiate the portion. So you must have that. So let's say, for example, I just want to copy this and paste it. You see, it just sent to the salesman. So if it is name of people, maybe someone, it will just give the names of the people in here. For example, A and B, for example. Okay, it's just going to be A and B. So I say Mr. 1, Mr. 2, for example, Mr. 1, Mr. 2, Mr. 3. So if you do that, all the data will look with the names of the people, Mr. 1, Mr. 2, Mr. 3, and others. And it showed the proportion each Mr. is getting out of the data. So this is what this sum burst is. And you can use this sum burst, of course, to show data in this. That is when data is organized hierarchically and has many categories. You can go ahead and use this data to show whatever you want to show in it. So now this is it, and this is what we are going to discuss for today. Okay, let me just use it for this note. We have 2,5. Let me do it. We have 2,000. We have 1,5. We have 1,000. So maybe I will use this and use it to show the sum burst. Okay, so this is how the sum burst, you see, this is how the sum burst looks like. It looks like pie chart, but it's not pie chart. So it's because the sum burst will be kind of awesome when you have too many categories of data, not like when you use the tree map. So tree map is when you have less data. You see, this is the tree map of this southwest, and by mere looking at it, you know, east is the least and north is the highest. So that's what we did. So this is all the charts. You can just go ahead, work with them, and try to kind of use them. So like I told you, this week that is coming, if you have any question, please put it before I just finish it. Yeah, I think we did donut chart when we did pie chart. Maybe you didn't watch the video. We did donut chart then. We treated donut chart. Go and watch the video. Two people talk about donut chart. Watch our video when we discuss about pie chart. We treated donut chart. We treated it. Yeah. Just go ahead. We treated donut chart. It's just under this pie chart. I've told you when you click on it, you see it here. This is how it is. Okay, let me just select any data. Okay, let me select this one. We treated donut chart then. So please, I think you can go ahead and use it. Just click it. You see it here. I just asked you not to use, I told you not to use this, only this 3D chart. That's what I told you, this one. I said don't use it, but now this is the donut chart. And you can go ahead and customize it. When your chart will as okay, let me tell you one thing about charts. If, for example, I create this chart, this is the data I use to create the chart. If I delete this chart will disappear. You see, everything will go. So when you are doing the analysis and you are creating visualization of data, don't delete any data that you visualize. Don't delete it. Don't delete it. Any data that you visualize, don't delete it. Just don't delete it. Just leave any. You see, when I delete this data, all the charts disappear. If I bring it back, they will come back. So now if you want, you can copy them. Now if I copy them and I put them in our sheet where we used to put everything, just put it here. You see, it's here. But if I come back here and delete the data, if you go back there, okay, let me delete the data now. If I delete it, if you go back where you put it, you see it disappeared also. You see everything here disappeared. So don't just go ahead and delete anything. Just leave it like that. When you are doing that way, you have your rough work and this. Yeah, you watch the video and see what we discuss about it. Like I just told, some post and donut chart are not the same. Some post and donut chart are not the same. If you can recall what we discussed about pie chart and donut chart are the same thing. Just go ahead and understand this the pie chart. But this sum post, I've already told you, because in sum post is only representing the categorical data. It will not show even the numerical value of the data. That's what it did. That's what the sum post did. So sum post has nothing to do with the pie chart and has nothing to do with the donut chart. Please don't confuse the two. Don't confuse it. I've already told you Sunburst is when the data is organized hierarchically and has many categories. That's when you use Sunburst. And that's not what we discussed about pie chart, if you can recall. That's not what we discussed about pie chart. Okay, so this week, like I told you, we'll discuss about in the coming week. Don't worry, go ahead and master all these charts, because next week we'll start talking about the pivot table, and we'll discuss about the dashboard. That's what we are going to talk about for the whole week. So you will learn how to customize, to create the dashboard, and go ahead and take note. Like we are doing all this. I'm not going to show you everything. Please take note on this. Go ahead and use your brain to create a lot of things by yourself. I'm just going to guide you. I'm going to guide you and show you how to do it. So what I'm going to do, because most of the time, as you are seeing, we are doing all this and I'm doing the things in front of you so that you will understand. So go ahead and keep exploring. Go ahead and keep exploring. Stop thinking that maybe I'm going to take your hand, show you this, show you that, so that when you go to work, you are going to use exactly what we did here to do the work. No, you need to use your brain. Just understand what we are doing and understand how to work with it. So I'm going to show you how to design the dashboard. But don't expect me to come and carry your hand and show you this is it. I'm just going to show you how to arrange some things, to put some things in the dashboard, so that when you are designing your own dashboard, because yours will be different from mine and mine will definitely be different from yours. So I'm not going to show you dashboard so that every one of you will start developing the same dashboard. So when dashboard is say, oh, this person is from Bootcamp, that's why he is designing dashboard like this. No, I'm not going to do that for you. I'm going to show you what you need to create the dashboard. Then you go ahead and do your own dashboard by yourself. That's what you are going to learn in this week. And we'll talk about pivot table also. So that is the week that we are going to maybe treat it. The last week, or that is the upper week, we will talk about the data sharing. So we'll talk about data sharing, reporting, and whatever. That's the final week we are going to discuss, and that's our week 10. So after week 10, then I will release you. I will let you start your project. Then you go ahead and start your work, and that's all. And take very serious of this work, because it has to do with your of this week class that we did. All these visualization, go ahead and master them. Go ahead and master them, please. So you go ahead and download it. Go ahead, you go and purchase Windows 2019 of Microsoft Office, or you go to I get into PC and download it. I'm not going to show you how to download Microsoft Word. You know that. You all know that. Yeah, I've already checked my YouTube channel. I did a video, or somebody should share the screen. I did a video on how to get any software for free in igetintopc.com. That's the name of the website. If you follow the procedure, you can download even 2019 and install it on your laptop for free. But you must have data, because it's about 1 gig or 2 gig or so. I think that's where it is. If you can follow the procedure, just go to I get. No, you didn't put get. I get is there is I. you need to put I get into pc.com. I did a video tutorial on that. So you can go ahead and download the 2019 Microsoft Office and use it. So I think we can call it a day. Please have a wonderful dream. Good night to you all.